Hey DF, we recently recorded some points at beach practice and I wanted to take the time to break down the video and examine how we played. We're going to watch the whole video here seamlessly, then we'll go back through, break down the drops, and talk a little bit about how we can improve our game. Your feedback during this process would and will be highly valued. The more I know about what the team needs, the easier it will be for me to tailor these videos for our training purposes. I hope you all enjoy, and I hope we all learn something. I don't mean that sarcastically.
Forces ocean! Ocean! He was looking to throw.
No big, no big, no big.
No big, no big.
It's up, it's up.
Good read, Sue.
Okay, white scored. Let's look at drops. The first turnover occurs when the wall tries to sneak a little inside-out backhand up the break sideline to Adrian. The throw goes high, and she ends up bobbling it, and even though Emily tries to play backup as well, it's still a turn. So let's break down the situation. First, let's examine Alan's throwing technique. Adrian is in a tricky position as Wes has established a mark, though not as aggressively as he could and should, and there are two potential defenders in the center of the field. Alan will need to step out far enough to break his mark and also deep enough to throw a floaty inside-out backhand that Adrian can run onto up the break side. We can see the throw comes out fast, rising, and also a little behind Adrian's running path. The thrower, Alan in this case, fails to step out or lunge deeply. There's no twist in his torso or upper body to help propel the throw, and he even raises his back foot for a travel. A deeper lunge with full body activation would have ensured a more accurate throw. Expect a video dedicated entirely to throwing techniques soon. Let's rewind the video one more time to take a look at a technique known as quarterbacking. Quarterbacking basically means take a second to look around the field, not only for your options, but also for defensive player locations. This technique is key to handling without turnovers. We can see that Chubb is on the far side poached, and there's a cluster of 4 people right next to the disc. Adrian has made a nice break side cut, and Emily appears to be setting up her cut as well. Taking all this into account, we can see the throw to Adrian as a fine shot, even though it is in a high traffic area and the execution isn't quite there. Our second turnover comes from a high release flick, Kevin to Carson break side.
Forces ocean!
Carson is already looking for his next throw and goes in one-handed, left-handed, instead of attacking with 2 or more hands and centering the disc in his breadbasket. There's not much to dissect here. I'd just like to reiterate the importance of minimizing turnovers and playing smart. Also,
Ocean!
our third turnover is Alan Sue back at it again with his shenanigans, looking significantly better on camera than he is on the playing field. Chubb is poached, and he makes a nice little dump cut for Alan, who lunges deep this time, but then throws a laser of a backhand in front of Chubb's cutting path. Now, Alan's throwing technique was much improved here, so what happened? Let's quarterback. If we stop for a second here where Alan is trapped on the sideline, we can see that Emily has made a wide open cut to the open side of the end zone. An easy flick for Alan that, if thrown well, Emily can run onto and her defender will have no chance at. By the time Emily's cut develops, however, stall 2, Alan has already thrown a fake and comes back for the dump. The dump is wide open and cutting to open space, so Alan has plenty of time to reassess his throw and move it into Chubb's cutting path. Personally, I'd choose a low spin, floaty pass, such as a push pass to connect with the dump in this situation, just because he's so close. A short snappy back or forehand isn't out of the question here at all, but it's more difficult to throw and catch in close quarters and can be impossible to run onto. Okay, that's enough picking on Alan Sue for now. Let's look at what we did well. Despite the turnover, Dark has some great early disc movement. Chubb centers immediately. Alan has already set up his cut to receive the swing from Davin, and Adrian is in great position for her continuation cut. This is how we want our offense to run during the entire point, with our receivers in place and ready to move the disc. Again, Dark is doing a great job of setting up cuts and moving the disc. Allen has realized he's poached and is quickly moving away from his defender and into open space to facilitate the fuck out of this offense. Again, there's an unlucky turnover, but we can see that Emily has also set up a cut to continue off of Allen's sweet moves. Honorable mention here for some great communication between Kevin and Wes to switch their marks and stop the bleeding. In this last clip, we have a great example of how to quickly transition after a turn. Student is back of the stack poached and goes deep. We can see that a couple steps early on your defender makes it impossible for them to catch up. She finishes with a good read on the disc. That's all for this video. If you made it this far, thanks for watching. Don't forget to send me a message on Facebook or email or whatever with your comments and feedback. I'll see you next practice.